Have you and your partner been together a while? When you first started dating, it was fun. They were always so excited to see you and spend time with you. They couldn't keep their hands off you either. Now they are acting cold towards you and it feels like that love has withered away. You are not sure if you both are just going through a tough time or if there is a lot more to it than that. This can be a really difficult place to find yourself in. Often you feel very hurt and you are not sure if you are imagining things. It's better to be able to know how your partner is feeling and make a clean break instead of dragging things on. So in today's video, I'm going to explain the 16 signs that your partner sadly doesn't love you. They are not communicating with you. You ask them if anything is wrong and they avoid speaking to you. Anytime you try to communicate with them, they simply shut it down. This is toxic behavior because in a relationship, everyone should be able to say how they feel and what they think. It shows you that there are deeper problems going on. They avoid you. If you live with your partner and they try to avoid you, it's not a good sign. Maybe when you walk into a room, they walk out or they ask to be alone. This is behavior that shows you they have reached the end of the road. They might not be brave enough to actually end the relationship, but it's clear they no longer love you. They criticize you. Every little thing that you do, they pick up on. They make you feel worthless and you have lost confidence in yourself. This is not how your partner should be making you feel. Our partners should lift us up, not criticize you. And if they do this, well, they don't love you. They don't respect you anymore. Respect is an important part of any relationship. If someone does not respect you, it is normally because they don't like you. You deserve to be respected by your partner, and if they don't want to respect you, then it's in your best interest to move on. Have they done this before? Have they acted this way before? Hot and cold, they love you, then they don't. This type of behavior shows that they are not truly committed to you, because someone who really loves you would never act in this way. They would communicate with you if they felt as though something was not going well within the relationship, and they would want to work through that issue with you. Now, every relationship has problems, but if someone is infatuated with you and they suddenly cannot stand you, they probably don't really love you at all. They ask if you can take a break. Breaks in relationships hardly ever work. Normally, it's put in place so that things can slowly fizzle out without having to officially break up. One person is normally left waiting for the other person to call off the break, but it never happens. Now, if your partner loved you, why would they need a break from you, right? They just don't care. Literally, they do not care. Whenever you bring up your relationship problems or want to open the lines of communication, they just ignore you. Whenever they do speak to you, it's in an argumentative tone and you feel like the bad one in the relationship. It's rough when it gets to this point, but it shows you the other person's true colours and shows that, well, you are much better off without them. She has lots of guy friends. This one is specifically for girls, but a guy could be guilty of this as well. She might suddenly have a lot of guy friends that she starts to spend her time with. Now, there's nothing wrong with a girl having a guy friend or a guy having girlfriends. It's when they suddenly have friends and start spending all of their time with them that is the problem. There's a chance she could be cheating on you with one of the guy friends. Now ask yourself, why am I not allowed to spend time with them? Why does she choose them over me? And the answer will probably show you that she no longer loves you. They spend more time with their friends. They tend to spend a lot more time with their friends than they do with you. Now, at the start of your relationship, it was quite balanced and they would spend time with you and with their friends. Now, you hardly ever see them because, well, they are always out after work. Now, this shows that they are trying to avoid you and to avoid spending time with you, sadly. If someone loves you, they will want to spend as much time with you as possible. They avoid physical touch. If you go to touch them and then they move away, or maybe you suggest sex and they always have an excuse. The more excuses they make, the more you believe that they might just not want to be touched. Intimacy is incredibly important in any relationship. It doesn't need to be sex, but hugging and kissing are just as important. And if this is missing, it can mean that you both grow apart and become more like friends. If they are avoiding to even simply hold your hand, they don't love you anymore, but are yet in that process of trying to break up with you. You've noticed that they flirt with other people. This is never acceptable if you are in a monogamous relationship. Your partner will only flirt with other people if they have fallen out of love with you. It might be that very first step before cheating. Sometimes this might happen when you are not around, so you won't know, but other times you could pick up on it when you are both out together. Either way, talk to your partner about this issue straight away so that you can avoid getting more hurt than you already are. You are suddenly very independent. You used to do everything together, but now you are left behind a lot and they're off being independent. Space is healthy in a relationship, but if your partner suddenly does everything that you did together alone, then that should raise some eyebrows. They might start cooking for themselves or doing a job that you used to do for them. You will find that you start spending less and less time together, and this is them slowly getting used to being alone and preparing to break things off with you. They avoid talking about your future. Whenever you bring up the future together, they change the subject. It could be a holiday later on in the year or getting married one day. They do not want to talk about the future at all. This is a sign that, well, they sadly don't see a future with you. They might not realize this yet, as they could be subconsciously avoiding the subject, but this is a sign that they don't love you, or at least not enough to want to have a future with you. It's always about them. Everything is a drama, and it seems like everything is about them. They hardly ever ask you how you are. It's always them complaining about something that is happening at work or asking for something. At the beginning, you might not mind this type of behavior because you are blinded by love. Eventually though, it's going to wear you down and you will see that they don't really care about you or love you. Relationships should be 50-50, and it should never be just about one person. They cheat on you. This has to be one of the most awful things that can happen to us because it makes us feel worthless and it really knocks us for our confidence. What it does clearly show you though is that your partner does not love you. No one that loves you would do something that awful to you. Someone who cheats normally never changes, and even if they do, you will always ask yourself, why are they late home today? Where are they going and who are they with? You can't explain it, but you just know. If you have a feeling in the pit of your stomach and it tells you what you don't want to know, there you go. Most of us understand that sometimes our gut knows more about what is happening than we do. It's hard to ignore it, and we could only do that for so long before it makes us feel that we can't ignore it for any longer. Now, if it gets to this point, it's important that you communicate with your partner and ask them to tell you the truth. And there you go, we've reached the end of the video. Let me know down in the comments below if you liked this video or if I missed something very important from today's list. I hope this video has helped you gain a deep understanding of female psychology. Until the next video, like and subscribe, and if you want your name rolling up on this board like these people's names here, then all you have to do is click the link in the description bar below. Take care, bye bye.